In the world of illness, you'll see, like I've said before many times, especially in these Facebook groups, well, the Facebook groups, it's like 90% in the Facebook groups, and YouTube and Google, there's billions of fucking rabbit holes that people can crawl into, and they can make them the reality. And you know, at the end of the day, your beliefs becomes your reality, right? If you think you're sick, you're going to be sick. If you think you have some sort of mitochondria issue, your belief wraps around. You create a belief alarm, a core alarm, right? It goes. You're like, oh my god, rabbit hole, let's go in. Oh my god, let's go in. Right? And you go, right? There's this little orb of this alarm, this belief, this core alarm belief. And then you go, okay, that's what I'm going to believe. This is me, right? Whatever it is, good or bad or whatever it is, it just is. And that's what you believe, and that's what you consume and focus on, and that's what you become. Right? It's to the point where I say sickness is a choice, right? It's all about, for me, 99% of all illnesses have to do with your baseline being at 1,000 in a state of fight or flight, in a survival state. Bring that down. Bring your baseline down. Turn off alarms. And then you get out of that survival state. You get out of dis-ease. And it makes sense, right? The word disease, it sums it right up, right back. It sums it right there for you. Right? It's a dis-ease. Instead of being ease, like, yeah, fucking, right? Instead of having like a dance party that's working easily, right? In ease, you're going to have dis-ease. Right? That explains everything. So be careful what you follow and believe, because that'll dictate how you feel. Because it's all about the programming. Your programming and your physical brain dictates how the rest of your body is going to feel, and how you're going to also reflect spiritually. Right? Your brain's a gatekeeper. It's a cock blocker, right? You can either flow in a good higher vibration, right? And this is where you tap into consciousness, right? You go ding, all this information, right? You tap into consciousness, you get the downloads, you get the clarity, right? You tap into your higher self, your guides, or whatever faith that you're in line with. You tap into it, right? But your brain's the gatekeeper. So first you gotta recalibrate the physical brain, the neural pathways, the beliefs, the alarms, reset the alarms, bring the baseline down back to 0, so it's back on standby. So do the alarm system reset. And then you want to empty the bucket, right? Because it's starting to get full and something's got to give. Body keeps a score. And then when the alarm system is back to 0 and your bucket's empty, you're in a natural flow, right? And this is where the brain lets go of core alarms, because there is no, you're not in an alarm state anymore. It goes like this. Oh, okay, well, what do we want to believe, right? Core alarms are core beliefs, right? And then you decide what you want. You're like, I don't like that. It's like a radio station, right? It's a frequency. You're like, you know what, I like that. Let's save that. I like that one. Let's see, what else we got? Love that, right? And then you jive and vibe to that station, right? That's the one you want. And that becomes your new core belief. Your core alarms on reset. They're letting go, right? They're like, yeah, we're good. We're safe. You go ahead. You go ahead. And this is where you dial it in and you vibrate high and things manifest. You create your reality of your dreams, right? But if you want to believe that you have some crazy, mitochondria issue, or you need to detox metals, or you have SIBO and you got to bomb your gut, right? And or you got to take binders, or you got to chelate, right? Or the blood-brain barrier, or you have the MTHFR gene mutation, the motherfucker gene, right? If you want to go down that rabbit hole, so be it. That's you. That'll be you. That's your life. Right? If you know, but it's real. I took the test. I really have that motherfucker gene. Like, I can't. It's a gene mutation. Like, I get sick very easy. I'm fucking ruined. I'm broken. right? I'm broken and I'm damaged, Helmet. This is not funny. This is real. I went to a functional medical doctor, and this is even, like, he did the test, and he showed me. I saw use blood-brain barrier mutation gene. Here's the thing. With any area of your body, even your pinky, right? Right? This is where these tests and labels, they create your reality where you are going to stay stuck. And once you have a label, once you have a lab report, once you have a name, like the, MTHFR TLB gene, like number 7 sector 5, 3, like once you have that, it's like zing, zing, well, at least I have answers. Okay, good. At least, that's better to have answers than to not know what's going on. And I was lost for 10 years, and finally I have a diagnosis. And this is the reason why I identify with something, and I'm going to hold on to that. Right? So the thing is, when you're in a state of fight or flight, and I've said this many times, when you're in a state of fight or flight, right, in your bucket, right, your allostatic load bucket, right, it's full, right? Symptoms are already popping up down here already. And just life kept fucking adding up because that narcissist boyfriend just, he was treating you like shit. He wore you down to a little nub, right? And you just couldn't let go because he was gaslighting you, and you didn't understand why you didn't have the strength to leave. And then you went to work, you were working 2 jobs for 1 pay, and your boss is a fucking shithead goof, right? And they're treating you differently than the others, and they play favorites. And then you got coworkers that are backstabbing you, and you got and you went through some trauma as a kid, and your favorite uncle and grandpa, they passed away, like all this shit, and you were on antibiotics 5 times, and you had some sort of infection that kept returning 10 times. You don't know what happened, and all of a sudden, it cleared up, but you're on these heavy duty medications, and you're in the hospital for 2 weeks, and it's fucking right. That adds up your allostatic load bucket, right? And then when it's up to here, even up to here, something's got to give. The body keeps a score. You start to manifest symptoms. Right? Things get sluggish, right? Things start to buffer, go, you're not working efficiently. That burrito is half-assed fucking digesting. It's like, the beans are digesting, but the rice is still hanging around. And when you get like a virus, it hangs around. It's like, right? Your immune system is like, it's dealing with so much shit. It's working. It's actually Superman, but it's, come on. Something's got to give. Right? It's only human. It's not perfect. It is perfect. Actually, it's superhuman. It's amazing. But if you got, 15,000 jobs for it to do, and it's still trying to keep you alive, because that's its job, is to keep you alive, right? It might work a little sluggish. Shit starts to build up. Your body gets overwhelmed. It's got all these Penske files layered on top of your desk. Right? And it's barely you can see over the desk. It's like, all right, yeah, I got some more files for you to work on. Sorry. Can you get these done for the weekend? I'm going to need you to come in. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll come in. Okay, no problem. All right, so I'll just drop these off on top of these files right here. Is that cool? Or just put them in the corner of your room? Can you just put them over there? Okay, no problem. So I'll just put the books in the corner. Just put the book. Right? And no wonder why the body and the brain and the immune system aren't working with ease, right? They're in dis-ease. Things are going to add up, right? Shit gets sluggish. Stuff starts to build on top of each other, right? And it's not efficient. It's starting to, get wear and tear, and things start to gum up. Plus, your brain is sending you alarms that manifest as symptoms, right? It's sending you alarms that manifest as symptoms because your alarm is in a survival state. Your baseline is up here. It's been hardwired here now. It's locked in. Ching, right? It's locked in. It's tink, 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 tink. Right? It's like you're like, nope. This is your baseline now. And when you're in a survival emergency state, right? When it thinks that you're being eaten by a tiger for the past 5 years, your brain creates neural pathways, right? And it becomes a conditioned hardwired state. Boom. That's you now. And when you're in an emergency state, right, even if you're, in emergency state for 1 day, what happens? Its job is to send alarms, right? It's raining alarms on your fucking face constantly. right? So if you're in a hardwired state, right, because it's been in that state for 10 years and you're out of danger, it still believes you're in danger. So it's going to still keep sending you these annoying alarms. But it's doing its job. And our job is to create a new program and let the old program run its course and introduce a new program. And while that's happening, you're still going to feel the old program. Actually, the old program gets more intense because it's pulling back. You're going to have resistance. So while your body is going through this survival allostatic load shit show to keep you alive, and things are gummed up, right? Things are overloaded. It's like you're a Honda Civic pulling a 747, right? You haven't released the loads, right? And if you were to do tests, what do you think is going to show up? All kinds of fucking crazy things, right? And you're just going to get it focused, magnify it, and then cha-ching, you're going to get a view of what's really going on in there, in that state. But you know what? It's a snapshot in time. It's temporary. But if you're wanting to take a snapshot during the worst time to take a snapshot, right? Because you have a bad angle of your face, you're like, right? When you actually can be like, right? You're going to see shit you don't like. And that's going to fuel your baseline. It's going to fuel your beliefs. It's going to bring that baseline up higher. And guess what's going to happen? More symptoms. More allostatic loads, right? This is going to be overflowing. More symptoms. More horse shit, right? This won't be a shitstorm anymore. This will be a fucking hurricane, supernova, right? Black hole. This will make what will it make? What will it make? This will make an exorcism jealous, right? The demon will be like, I'm out. Fuck this shit. I'm out, right? So if you're gonna dig down a rabbit hole while you're in a state of fight or flight, you're gonna find shit, right? If you start to investigate your biome, you get the tests. I want to check out what's going on with my biome because this is like there's something wrong there. Well, of course there's gonna be something wrong, right? Don't check your liver. Don't check your biome. Don't check your genes or your DNA, your dino DNA. So number one, I always say don't go down these rabbit holes from Facebook groups. And number two, pick any part of your body, your pinky finger, your kidneys, your liver, parts of your back, right? Parts of your back. Slip disc. Oh my god, I got a part. Oh my god, there's some white spots in my brain. Oh my god, I'm getting my stool tested. Like I have to see where the parasites. Like I need to kill the parasites because I could have worms. Like this is not, I need to have a kill protocol. We're going to start bombing my gut. Okay, did you get the results of my biome? Oh my goodness, that's not enough bacteria. Is that normal? That's not good. Oh my god, of course. You're creating rabbit holes. You're digging rabbit holes. You're going, okay, can we jump in? And then when we jump in, will that bring the baseline up? Okay, and when I bring the baseline up, will I get more symptoms? Do I want to do that? Yes. Okay, and you know better. Your gut's telling you, like your instincts, right? Your intuition's going, this is all bullshit. Don't buy into it. You don't have the motherfucker gene mutation. Don't buy into it, right? And sure, maybe you do. Maybe you have all these things. And is it that surprising that you would in a state of fight or flight? And if you do, it's irrelevant. Who gives a shit? Because it's temporary. When you regulate the body and the brain, it will get back online. It knows how to heal. It knows what to do. I know, because I've been in this mind-body space now for 4 years-ish. And I've been around a lot of people. Because when you're in a community, you know a lot of people. You meet a lot of friends. You make, you're part of the community. We talk about community, right? You're part of it. And you can do you have all the research in the tip of your fingers, right? You see patterns. And what I noticed, there was a bunch of them that claimed they had a gene mutation, mitochondria issues, you name it, all the buzzwords that are going around right now, right? All the buzzwords. They had them. And you know what? It was all irrelevant when they recovered, and they realized that they went down these rabbit holes that were not necessary. And even if you do have this shit, right? Even if it was, put on a plate and it went, see, it's there. Oh my God, see, it's right there. How can you tell me it's not, right? Even if it's right there, it doesn't really matter if it is. Why would you want to put focus on it to bring your baseline up and cause more problems, and then you stay on in that cycle? Allow it to be there. Allow the mutations to be there, or the imperfections, or the syndromes, or the mitochondria issues. Maybe, you know what? Even go, I'm just going to assume it's all there. Fuck it. So I don't have to take the tests. I don't have to go down these rabbit holes and drive myself fucking crazy, because that's the last thing we want to do. Just assume it's all there. Just assume that you're that guy who's got all the bullshit. Right? That's how I felt. I said, that's it. I'm putting it all under the same umbrella. I'll just assume I have everything under the sun. I'll assume. And then I said, you know what? There's no point in me chasing symptoms, going down rabbit holes, because it's just fueling my baseline, adding tons of buckets. I'm pulling 2 747 jet airplanes, right? That's going to the exact opposite of the direction I'm supposed to go. We're supposed to cool down this fire, right? We're supposed to bring down this elevated state of fight or flight, the survival state. We're trying to bring it back down to standby. So I had to put everything on a shelf and go, hey, I assume I have everything. I'm a freak show, right? I'm probably the sickest person on the planet. Fine, good. We'll start from there. Because when I did that, it allowed me to give these rabbit holes a fucking break. I go, yeah, I have it. What's the point of me investigating? Right? And if I have everything, I'm not going to go on these fix-it protocols or on these supplements. What I'm going to do, this is what I told myself, I'm going to first bring my baseline down, empty my buckets, turn off all alarms, fully regulate. Right? That's like 10 things right there. And then whatever's left over, I'll deal with then. But I'll also be in a better position to handle anything I'm dealing with, because wouldn't it be nice to feel somewhat normal? And whatever's left over, then you deal with it. So, and then I said, secretly though, I'm hoping by doing this, that all those extra things that should be left over won't be left over, and they will regulate too. So that was like the hidden little secret thing that I made up with myself, right? I was like, everything should be gone anyway. Fuck it. But I went through the motions going, all right, so we're going to put everything on the shelf, and we're going to regulate, and then whatever happens after that, then I'll revisit it, and then I'll try to fix it. And I'll be in a better position to handle it. That time came, everything was regulated. I didn't have to revisit nothing. Right, Lemmy? Lem, what's up, bud? Hey, doll.